welcome to day number 5. I think it's time for some Paul Gilbert picking. So Paul Gilbert is actually the guitarist who has had a humongous impact on me as a player, but more so than that, made me want to become a teacher. It was the way that he taught that it just made me be like, oh wow, you know, that really seems like a lot of fun, and that is actually what started me on teaching some of my friends some of the stuff I was learning, and just kind of going down that path. So it is Paul Gilbert Day here today on day number 5. Now you can get the backtracking tabs over on my website. That link is down below. You can also go check out our sponsors, Acacia Guitars, REVV Amps, and Dragonheart Guitar Pick, which I thought I had one in my hand and I think it went flying. But you can save 12% for the next 12 days on all kinds of stuff. Those promo codes are down below as well. Let the lesson begin. So there is a lot going on here, a lot to explain. So this one might be kind of a long-winded one, but so it starts out in G minor pentatonic. That riff of it's just a cool little groove that kind of reminded me of Paul Gilbert's, like more like heavy riffs. And it starts out with a big full step bend on 6th fret of the B. And I do a little half step. And he always did this little tapping thing, so I just did kind of like a rip-off of his. So I'm basically doing, to me, I'm doing a trill back here. And I tap 7, then I go to 6, or sorry, to 8. Then I shift up. And I'm going to do the same trill, but I'm going to 5 and 7 now. So I had 3 and 5 before, where I was just going. Now I go to 5 and 7. And I'm doing that trill, but I'm tapping 8 to 10, 8, 10, 12. So yeah. Kind of working my way up the scale. So then I come up here and I got a big old full step bend on this 18th fret on the B string. Good old Paul Gilbert kind of vibrato, that real wide. Now I bar my fingers here on 15 on the high E and B, and then I do another full step bend on 18 on the high. Then starts this big old descending picking run. So that starts on 15th fret on the high string. It goes 15, 13, 11. Then I go to 10, then 11 to 13. So, and I'm back to 11, 10. Then I start over again right where I end. So then I go 13, 11, 10. Slide down to was 8 on the high. Then 10, 11. Then 10, then 8, so I'm going to start over again right here. I'm going to go 11, 10, 8, then I go down to 6. This is 8, 10, 8, 6. Final one here is 10, 8, 6, to 5, 6, 8, 6, 5. So we have this. Except don't mess up like I do. Then it brings us to this next little section here where we're kind of combining legato and picking, which is a big thing Paul Gilbert does. So I'm starting out with, as again, G minor. I'm going 3 hammer on 4, hammer on 6. Then I go to that 3 on the high E. Then I go back to the B string and I'm going to pick 6 to 4. Then I go back to 3, hammer back on 4, 6. Then I go to the high string, I'm going to pick 3, 5, 6. Then I go back to 5, and then back to 3. So. Then I go back to that 6 to 5, or sorry, 6 to 4 on the B. Sorry, this is the tough one to explain. So I do that twice. And then I do this one, which is just simply going 3, 4, 6, then to 3 on the high. And I go 6, 4, 3 on the B. So now let me just move up the scale. Which is just something, I'm just going to call it the frets. It's the same pattern. Like I said, you have the tabs for it. It's definitely what I would follow, because who knows how well I'm doing explaining this to you. This is going to go 4, 6, 8 on the B. Then I go to the high string and I go to 5. Then I go back to the B and it's 8 to 6. Then I go 4, 6, 8. So I go back to the high string, 5, 6, 8. And then I go back to the 8, 6 on the B. And same thing as the other one. Then I do this little G minor arpeggio, which is just, you know, very signature Paul Gilbert string skip. I'm going 7 to 3 on the G, and 5 on the D. And then I go to, was it 5 on the D, so it goes 7 to 3 on the G, pull off, 5, 3 hammer on 7, 3 on the high, and I go 8, pull off to 5, and I go, I'm sorry, pull off to 3, 8, pull off to 3, and I go 5, 6, 5, 3. I think I said 8 there, I meant 6. Sorry, like I said, this was tough to explain. I do one more pull off there. That is 7 to 3. And then we go to a C major. And this is just something right here. We're going to go 10 to 6. Then I go to 10 to 7 on the G. There's 8, 6. 8, I go, was it 7, 10? Back 7. And then we finish it with this. We're going 8 on the D, 7 hammer on 10, and 6 to 10 to 6. And I'm just going 10 to 7 again on the G. Sorry, like I said, this is like ridiculous. Okay, once you have the pattern, you have it. Then it's big old ascending run. And this is just kind of straight following that G minor scale, whatever you want to call it. So for that, I'm just going to go 5, 6, 8 on the low E string. Turn my volume up. 5, 6, 8 on the A. Now on the D string, I'm going to go 5, 7, 8. And I shift up and I go 7, 8, 10. 7, 8, 10 on the G. Now on the B string, I'm going to go 8, 10, 11. 8, 10, 11 on the high. Then I simply go 13, 11, 10 on the high and the B. Back to that 8, and I bend 10 up to 11. So altogether, we should have this. And that is the Paul Gilbert one. Wow, I hope you survived that. Alright guys, hope you enjoyed that one. That was a kind of an intense one. You know, that was a tough one for me to even play, to record it. I kept messing up that one tapping part, and it was like the first lick. I'm like, oh my god, this is going to be one of those licks that just takes forever. But hope you guys enjoyed that. Make sure you get that backing track and tabs, and I will see you tomorrow. Are you sick of me yet? Have you had enough?